Assalamu alaikum. I just woke up like maybe an hour ago, and I went on my YouTube page, and one of the sisters responded, and she says that I'm advocating divorce without advocating it, like without saying it. Again, I'm not advocating the divorce. You are not in the same position as his first wife. You're the second wife. You only thought about yourself when you were trying to get back on your feet. From what you told me, you were in kind of a desperate situation, and along came a man who was willing to save you. You never thought about the other sister. Therefore, I do think it is somewhat of a selfish act. I know sisters who have demanded to meet the other wife. So you didn't have a job. You basically married somebody who would take care of you, and there's nothing wrong with that. But please accept the responsibility that you have caused pains to another woman. Stop crying about it. Yes, you are somewhat to blame for some of the sister's heartache, because at the end of the day, you didn't have to marry him. No one forced you to. Your financial situation forced you to marry him. That's exactly how I feel. Again, you are not a victim. Sorry. The first sister already had 2 kids with her husband. He told you himself that he was having problems with his first wife. So he basically married you to escape his first wife. So it's okay that his first wife is miserable while you both are happy. So yeah, that seems pretty selfish. That seems pretty selfish. And are you shocked that she wants to leave her husband? Put yourself in the shoes of the first wife. Walk in her shoes and see how she feels after how many years did you say? After 6 years, here comes a second wife who was in a desperate financial situation. So, just telling you how I feel. I'm not criticizing you, I'm just telling you how I see it. If he's a good husband, alhamdulillah, but he's obviously not being a good husband to his first wife. So right now, you're okay because your bills are being paid. That's how I see it. You know, um, you're not a victim if she's lashing out on you, just like you said. That's because he went and married another woman, like you told me in the letter, before he resolved some issues in his first marriage. He basically got married to escape his second wife. I mean, his first wife. That's all it is. And I'm sorry that you feel I'm being harsh on women who practice polygyny in Islam. If you think I am, then I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. I'm not saying that my feelings won't change, but you married a man who basically was trying to escape his wife. And no, I don't have pity that his first wife is calling you, and no one in the masjid is talking to you. I don't feel pity. And also another thing is that he made you aware. He didn't lie to you. He didn't trick you. He told you his situation. He was honest. But you looked at the fact that you were nearly homeless and on the street, and you married him out of like despair. So that's your situation, and that's exactly how I feel. Next, the other sister who wrote me, your situation to me seems fine from what you're telling me. You and the first wife get along fine. She helped pick you. So of course there's feelings of jealousy and stuff, but that's normal. But if you both can get along and there's only been a few issues here and there, then I don't see anything wrong with your relationship. And even though you're the second wife, it was done properly, and it was done more for the right reasons. As you told me, his first wife has medical issues, and she's still young herself, but of course she's in and out of the hospital, so I don't see any problem with your polygamist relationship. I was just trying to have you understand that it is not mandatory, and you can't keep on forcing other Muslimas to accept or go into polygamist relationships. That was all I was basically saying. And to the third one, who I responded to yesterday, again, you're not a victim, and if you want to stay in a abusive relationship, then that's up to you. If you live out in the country and you have no source of transportation, the only thing I can tell you is you can either ask a neighbor to drop you off into town, or start making plans, or you can dial 211 from your phone, which you can tell them your situation, and they may be able to send someone out there to come and pick you up. I'm sorry about your situation, and I hope you can get out of that. Just remember, you can always help yourself, no matter how bad things seem. Always know that it's gonna get better, but you have to try to take action. And again, dial 211. I forgot I think it's the United Nations. I'm not sure what it's called, but they basically keep all of the public services and stuff like that. I mean, if it really comes down to it, you may have to dial 911 and just tell them what's going on. But I know you don't want to have your husband. Anyways, I'm just not going to go into the details, but that's my response. Assalam alaikum.